What's up guys, EV Hero here. Today I have a higher buy-in tournament than I usually play of a final table, which is the 215 Turbo on Pokerstars on February 22nd. Now, coming into this tournament, I am the short stack. Unfortunate. This seems to be becoming the standard thing, which is pretty frustrating. I always seem to lose the pot that really matters at the second final tables and end up coming in short. So first off, someone already got eliminated. We're shoving tens, obviously, 10 big blinds, but someone got eliminated a few minutes ago. It was just queens against jacks against one big ace hole, and he took him out. And the reason why I didn't show that is I no longer am able to upload videos longer than 15 minutes on YouTube, which makes it frustrating for these videos. So I either have to put in two parts or shorten down the length of them. So this one in total was 16 minutes, so I thought I'd cut out a minute of it. Now, as you can see, I'm using Hold'em Manager again. I haven't used it for about 2 months, and I feel like I did okay without it, but I feel like I have a lot bigger edge with it, especially with the way I have it set up right now. The only unfortunate thing was, for some reason at this final table, the names don't line up with the Hold'em Manager stats. As you can see, one big ace hole's stats, he's in seat 1, but they're in seat 7. The only one that lines up is Elimini, seat 3. All right, seat 3. So ignore those stats. My stats are in the middle. Like I said, I've been short stacked, so they've tightened up obviously, but through 156 hands, the way my line goes is 3-bet overall, then 3-bet versus steal. On the top line, name, hands, 3-bet versus steal. Second line is VPIP, pre-flop raise, steal percentage, fold to steal percentage, and the last one, I can't remember what it is. I'll post it in the comments, but I can't remember offhand. Yeah, let's continue here. Oh, sorry. The final stat on the bottom is raise in early position, first in, so I can see how wide people are opening under the gun. So, like I said, yeah, I've been losing the big pots with like 15 guys left that really matter, and you'll see that a lot lately, especially in the 162 the other day. If any of you were watching it, I lost a massive pot for second place chips versus a guy with 3 outs with like 15 guys left. It was pretty frustrating, but nonetheless, that's where luck is involved in poker. But one big ace hole, super aggressive. If you don't know him, he's a massive tournament beast, and he's gonna make our life hell in the big blind. And I already know this, so against him, I'm gonna be getting it in pretty light. Like against him opening, his stats are in C7, but he's opening 71% steal, so pocket 5s are the nuts against him, or pretty much any ace at this point. Whew, I just talked a lot. So we get a 3-bet by Elimini, and he's obviously forced to call. It's only 5 big blinds more. And he has the 9-3, so he's making it happen, as they say. 3-betting light. He is obviously aware that one big ace hole is stealing light. He was correct that he would fold, but unfortunately he ran into a hand in the big blind. I would definitely shove the king-10 if it folded around, but I have no fold equity left at this point, being only 8.5 big blinds deep, so we're just gonna muck the hand. Ravik, 85. Get her in there, bud. Double it up. Obviously, one big ace hole, making it happen again. He's opening like a mofo. I'm taking a note on Elimini here that he 3-bets super wide, deep stacked. In turbos, a deep stack, in my opinion, is over 20 big blinds. Anything over 20 big blinds is a deep stack. That's how I know. And clearly, he's going to 3-bet pretty wide. So I always take those notes because I know if I've been active, he's a thinking player and he knows that. So pocket 7s or an ace 10, shallower stacks becomes the nuts against players like that when you're active. So good note to have, something that Hold'em Manager doesn't really show you all the time. So if you pick up things like that, definitely worth noting. I expect to see a shove here, I would imagine. About 12 big blinds deep. 12 and a half. And I saw something weird. It was a flat, and I was very confused by this. I thought it was either a big hand or nothing. But he's a supernova, so I assume there's strategy behind it. So he c-bets, checks the turn, check on the turn, and he open shoves. Very weird hand. His hand range is very polarized in my opinion, which means basically it's either the nuts or he has nothing, like he missed some sort of draw. I'd find it pretty tough to fold a king in this spot, but I wouldn't be thrilled about calling with a weak king. And he ends up making a really good call with king 6. That's not easy to do in that spot, so really good call by him, and I was impressed by that call. Not too impressed with the way he played blind on blind. He's just allowing himself to just get shoved on and be forced to fold the hand, but obviously he had some tricky thoughts in mind to take it away post-flop if he happened to get to post-flop. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that play. I don't suggest limping unless you have a legit hand and either the guy's super aggressive and he's going to jam on you or whatnot. I'm not a big fan of that play, but that's me. And we have a cold 4-bet. Raise, 3-bet, 4-bet all in. And we are down to 7, so guaranteed $2,244. Kings against queens. Pretty standard spot. I don't think I'm folding queens in the spot the way the action happened. You can argue that it could be a good fold, but I don't think I'm folding in that spot. I mean, he's going to have a strong hand, obviously, but you just beat too many pocket pairs, and you're flipping with too many hands with too much money in the pot. Now we're super short. We have effectively 6 big blinds back. It's a shitty spot to be in. Fucking hate it. Funny thing, I'm going to go into a little rant right now. My internet here in Costa Rica sucks ass. And I actually disconnected at this point in the tournament, completely away from the tournament. I'm like, this is just perfect timing for this shit to happen. Fucking Jer here, king of misclicks, who clicks his stack off with 20 guys left in the Sunday warm-up. Fucking internet blows up, and I'm just gonna blind out. But I came back, as you can see, 77 seconds left. So if you're coming to Costa Rica, I would suggest having a battery backup, because this could have been devastating. I know the guys down here at one time had the battery or the internet go out for about half an hour when my roommate Pipe Dream was literally second final table of like 3 tournaments, and yeah, those tournaments just fucked off, and he couldn't get them back. So luckily, I came back without missing a single hand. This is an interesting spot. Raise absolute min 3-bet. Shows an ace and folds. I'm not sure if Ravik is legit. I would imagine he is, considering how short the stacks are. I'm sure his range was tight and legit. I was planning on shoving here, obviously calling. I have no fold equity, but I figured I had probably the best hand, because one big ace hole is known to raise shorter stacks, at least in my knowledge. And yeah, I folded the ace 3 and bank. Damn it. Should have gone with it. But one big ace hole's gone. He was obviously inducing there, rate, which means raise calling if someone shoves. And we're down to 5 players, and I'm still super tight, or super small stacked. 5 big blinds, guaranteed around 3,800. At this point, we're just looking to make good calls and shoving any sort of value hand. If I'm first in under the gun, I'm shoving like Jack 10 off, any ace, anything with value. Obviously small pairs, fours, they work. Fours are going in. Otherwise, I would, if I didn't pick up anything of value, like 9 deuce off, I would have folded and called pretty much any 2 cards from the big blind. Once the pot's too big to fold. And we bank our set, ship it, double up. We are now 4 of 5. As you can see, I just grinded out this final table. Queen Jack, I just don't feel is good enough to call. I know he's calling with, like, he's shoving pretty much any 2 against me, but I feel like I still have fold equity against the 4 players left, so I didn't think it was worth taking the equity gamble, hoping that I'm ahead and he has like Jack 5 suited. Too many hands that he's jamming for fold equity that are actually beating me, like King Deuce, Ace Deuce, Queen 7, or King Queen. Just any 1 card higher than me and 1 lower is still beating me. So just decided to wait and use my stack against the other 4 players at the table. Hope I explained that well. More chance for me to win this tournament to play against those guys than the chip leader right now. 10-7. That's actually Pipe Dream's favorite hand. Fun fact, because of that was Wendell Clark's number. Ship it in there, bud. I'm very curious what he's shipping against somebody with 20 big blinds in the big blind. I would imagine it's like an ace jack or a medium pocket pair, like 6s through, not even like 5s through 8s maybe, I would imagine. He's just shoving there. Or maybe like a king queen suited. 2 all-ins. Obviously I'm rooting for an ace or a queen. Doesn't come. Raise it up, big cat. I can't call with the jack 3. If I was Ravik here, I would shove any 2 there. He just can't call with the shorter stacks behind, at least profitably, unless he's got a ridiculously strong hand. You can see the difference between 5th and even 3rd is like $4,000, so it's pretty tough for him to make a good call there with a hand like, say, ace 10 that he might make if the stacks were more even sized. All in on a call. Obviously I'm rooting for the ace 3. Boom, there it is, 4-handed. As you can see, my chips have literally are up like 10,000 since we started this final table, and we're down to 4. It's pretty amazing. And honestly, I'm not scared of the pay jumps. It's not that whatsoever. It's just what I've learned the last few months through roommates and talking, how important it is to just play a tight, solid game, making good calls and gambling when you're the short stack when it's necessary. And it's still not necessary, in my opinion, till we're 4 or 5-handed. And we have down to 3. Unless, of course, you're the chip leader, and then I'm going fucking wild and trying to bully the table over hard. And we're down to 7 big blinds. This is going to be a tough comeback. Guaranteed $7,260. Pretty nice. Now we are below our chip stack from when there was 9 people. We never really fluctuated much. Obviously jamming the king 3 suited. Gonna have the best hand a lot of the time, and he's gonna be forced to call us a lot of the time. And unfortunately, we run into ace king and we're out. Good game. So we give him the good game and we're out. 7,200 bucks. That was pretty fun. I hope that was a little bit of insight and a little bit of good thought process. I tried. I'm going for W Coop. So if you want to help me out, the best way to do that is to hit the like buttons and comment on the videos if you want to help me out with the WB Coop, which has a $5,000 first prize for the best blogger over the next 10 days. So I'm looking forward to that. And hope these videos are longer than 15 minutes because I have to talk really fast because it's almost 15 minutes. Cheers, guys.